another Tuesday, Wednesday with 10 things. I'm chilling with my homegirl.
Nia, what's up? It's another Wednesday. We're here. And we're going to get into some tea tonight and some things. We got good tea tonight, though. We got good.
Very,
So-
very exciting what we got going on, sis.
All right. So, some good celebrity stuff. I don't know if you guys got to see the wonderful, amazing Creed 3. They bought it again.
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't
Oh my
see
God.
it.
So I ain't going to tell you all about the movie, but it's really good. It's pulled in on opening weekend a little over 100 million.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
so-
where does the money go to? Like, does it go to the actors? Like, who does the money go to?
Well, it depends on how they negotiate the deal.
Okay, so I don't know anything about the film. So if you know a little something, you know,
I know
tell
a
us.
little
Look,
something,
we're not
something.
saying to be like we know what we're talking about, but if
Well-
you know a little something,
Well, of course, like anything, it costs a lot to make it.
of course.
So you have to recoup your money first.
Right. So
Okay.
whoever put the money up, so the production company or the film studio, they gotta get their money back
whatever.
first.
That's got to be recouped first. But some actors work out a deal
Negotiate your terms,
that
friends.
they want a percentage of what the film bringing instead of just getting a flat rate, and then some
Right,
get a
so-
flat SAG rate or whatever, whatever's their rate.
So they might be like, hey, I'll take a little bit less up front if I can make some of the money on the back. No, knowing that they're gonna pull the number.
Right. And I know, most of the time that deal is worked out with bigger actors
Yeah.
because they know
They caring. That's
they
why
know that they're not going to take $3 million or $5 million to make this film. That's their pay. But then this film turn around and make $200 million.
Right.
They want a piece of that $200 million.
they want $1 billion.
And that's how I would be.
They want $1 billion off the movie.
Right. But Mr. Michael B. Jordan did his thing again. It was so good.
So you saw it.
I did see it.
Okay.
I'm a Creed
how
fan.
was he looking? Was he fine, girl?
He was fine, girl. He was fine. The man
Was fine.
was fine. Yes, I'll go boxing in a ring with you any day, sir.
As long as you're not hitting me.
well, but anyway.
Yeah,
As long as you're not socking me.
no. Don't sock it to me.
But anyway, so another interesting thing about the movie. Do you guys know that it was the biggest domestic opening for a sports movie ever?
Oh, really?
Yeah, but for a sports movie, not
So
for
like,
all
bigger
movies.
than like a Rocky or like a.
Oh my God, I know. Yeah, that's great. Well, that's what it said.
That's. You did that, Michael B.
Robin said Michael can get it. Yeah, I'm with you, Robin. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you, girl. But-
or are people still calling him lame like a homegirl from the Breakfast Club? Not the Breakfast Club. In the Closet. What's the name of Eva and her friend L'Oreal? Did you hear that story about when he was on the red carpet and L'Oreal was interviewing him and he was like, "You called me lame when I was in high school." It was something like that. I don't know exactly what it was. And she was like, "Wait a minute, that's not true. I didn't per se say you were lame." Because I guess they went to high school together.
Okay. He's not lame no more.
Look, he grew into that little skinny body. He done put a little mustache on. So Michael B, we're with ya.
We're with you, and congrats on the movie. And one of the things I love about the different creeds, right, is because, sometimes our movies, when we start getting into 2 and 3 and 5 and 100 and
Right.
whatever, they start, one be so good.
That you'll get let down out on the
I
second
think that
one.
we were a little let down on Coming to America, right? I mean,
I kind of was. I mean,
it was good.
it wasn't quite as funny as I thought it was gonna be. It was funny, but it wasn't quite as funny.
And they waited so long, but this one waited a long time too. But he bought it in Creed 1. He definitely bought it in 2 and 3. Y'all got to go see it. I ain't going to tell y'all the movie. But-
Okay.
Yeah. So kudos to that team
We
for
like
making
it.
the money back, and we're having a big opening weekend, and we
That's
got
great. That's
another
great.
weekend coming because it's St. Patrick's weekend coming up, right?
Oh,
we don't get
sure
the-
is. No,
No,
this
it's
is the
not.
10th. It's next
The
weekend.
next weekend. All right. So I don't
St.
think-
Patty's Day.
Do anybody get anything off for that?
No.
Well, if we did get something off, y'all can go see the movie.
That's the drinking
Oh, you
holiday.
drink green beer on that day.
green,
Okay.
green beer on St. Patty's
Can I do an
Day.
apple martini? That's green. Since I don't drink beer.
I guess so. The luck of the leprechaun.
All right. And so moving on, guys. Oh my God. Love these guys as well. See, I got all good stuff tonight. Kevin Hart announces his latest project, which he's going to be doing a celebrity prank.
A celebrity prank.
Celebrity prank.
Who's he pranking?
Celebrity Prank Wars is going to be the name of the show.
Oh, it's a show. Okay.
Apparently, Nick Cannon is supposed to be co-hosting with them.
Oh, I think they're very funny together. I like them as like a comedic team.
I
so.
know, and they one thing I like about them, they take to each other well. Remember when Kevin sent Nick the condom vending machine?
Well, you know that I'm not 100% sure, but I think that Nick can't help Kevin Hart launch his career. Am I right? Not on Wild 'N Out? He didn't start on Wild 'N Out? Oh, okay. Well, he was on Wild 'N Out for some time.
Oh, okay.
And he got very popular there because I didn't know who the hell Kevin Hart was before that. So in my eyes, that's where your career got started, Kevin.
No, Kevin was doing little drops here and there. He was making his way.
Okay.
He
What
was
else we
making
got
it
over
way.
there?
But yeah, so that's supposed to air April the 6th. That should be good. They work well together and they bounce off each other's humor and don't take offense and don't slap the shit out of each other or nothing crazy.
Okay, well, so
They're
we're
able
gonna
to
go there.
work well.
We're
They're
gonna
able to
go
work
there.
well.
We're gonna go there in a minute. We're gonna go there in
Because
a minute.
remember, Kevin did send them the condom vending machine.
And he need one.
And he
might need two.
he was a little antsy at first, Nick was.
Look,
but
he
then when he
might
found
need
out
to.
Kevin sent it, he was open to it. Open to the joke.
He was open to the joke. He need to have a darn condom machine. All them dang on children he got.
So, and moving on, and y'all tell me what you guys think, but this young lady, y'all are scoring. Beautiful young women, you dog men out there. So
What?
Young Miami is saying that she'll never get married
Oh, okay.
because, and I think she's too young to say that, but
How
You
old
know.
is she? About 25?
20, I think she's a little older than that, but 20 something. But
Yeah,
so
20 something is nothing. You're still a baby.
yeah. And she's already, dating a guy, having a baby, blah, 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 sharing a man. There's a lot going on with all that.
Right.
In her 20s. So I could see how she'll be a little
like,
scarred.
yeah, well.
Well, anyway, so, people on the net, of course, we're trolling, coming for her because she feels like men are not faithful.
Oh, shoot.
And it might be the one she's dating. We don't know.
Oh, shoot.
And she said she doesn't want to share a man, which I understand on that, and so hopefully she'll grow past that.
Yeah, there's still some good guys out there. I think.
You think
find
so?
somebody? Yeah.
You think Miami will find a good man out there?
I believe so. I believe so.
She seems to love that Diddy, but I mean, I think that
He's too old.
He's too old.
He should need to get
I
somebody.
mean, they look cute together, but he's old, so he's a daddy figure,
He too old.
and he's still having babies
Okay.
and bopping around the stage.
Right.
He's still got his dance moves.
Lord
So-
D.
Yes. And last but not least, I don't know how you guys feel about this. Kanye, my favorite person ever.
Oh,
I'm
Lordy.
joking. No. He was just getting addressing online. So apparently North decided to dress like Ice Spice.
Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
Oh my God, Shantae's not up to date, you guys.
Clearly, Ice Spice. I don't know what that is.
But anyway, she's a artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But no. I thought, I mean, if you look up the photo or whatever, I didn't think it was anything bad, revealing, but Kanye just has this thing where and I feel him on that, being a person that's from advertising. He doesn't want his kids, Kim allows them to just go online and do all this stuff.
Right.
And he doesn't want his kids to, I won't say help other people's brand, but he doesn't want TikTok and the internet and all these people to make all this money.
Right.
Because his kids is, just being kids. And, because really at the end of the day, we're advertising for these people. When we get online, do their dance, do their, we're advertising for them.
Yeah.
And it
I
helps
agree.
them.
Yeah.
So I get that part about him. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even mindful, when you wear people's logo and all, you're advertising for them,
right?
Which is fine, but like even if I'm like filming or drinking water or whatever, if Dasani not paying me a check, their logo not showing.
Well,
I'm serious. I'm kind of about it.
I am right now. You can't see the whole shirt, but I am sporting my Grace Weber t-shirt from her concert. So, if somebody doesn't know who she is, she's great. I am shouting her out. Nice soulful singer.
Nice. Okay, yeah, and I think it's fine. I mean, I get it. His kids have a huge following.
Right.
We don't have that kind of following.
Right. He's basically like, okay, I'm not getting a check from this, so they don't need to be doing that.
Right.
Or they not getting a check or whatever.
Right. His thing is, and Kim allows, according to Kanye, quote me on this, she allows them to go on the internet. And I just think they make cute little TikToks just being kids,
I mean, I feel like that's just the world they live in.
Hey, that's it.
That's just the world they live in.
So Robin said women can be cheaters too.
That's a fact.
That's to Miss Young Miami. Hopefully she's smart enough to have us some little side boobs.
Some little side pieces.
So Shantae is going to bring us into our topic of the night, guys.
But just before I do that, I just want to touch on one little thing. Who saw the Chris Rock special this weekend?
I started it, and it was a really long night, so I was tired. Not that it was boring, but I fell asleep, so I got to rewatch.
So all I got to say, if you have not seen it, check out the last 10 minutes of the stand-up, and then follow that with the Marlon Wayans stand-up comedy show, and it's going to be totally revealed to you guys. I'm telling you. You just got to check it out.
So I got to watch two?
So the Chris Rock one is on Netflix. And then the Marlon Wayans one is on which station? HBO Max, right? HBO Max. So make sure you check out both of the series. Not series, but both of the shows. And make sure you check out especially the last 10 minutes of Chris Rock. But Marlon Wayans' whole show, you're going to be dying. Okay, I'm telling you.
So did they both launch at about the same time?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. It was around the same time.
Okay.
So make sure you check them both out. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into this subject. Spiraling out of control. Okay? So what I mean by this, I feel like sometimes with people, one situation happens that might be bad, right? And then it just spirals into another bad situation, into another bad situation, into another bad situation until they have hit rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? This is like such a serious subject that I feel like we just simply do not talk enough about, especially in the Black culture. I feel like it's not as prevalent, like going to see therapists or, talking about mental health or thinking that anybody could even have like issues that they're dealing with. I feel like a lot of the times we suppress those feelings and we're not forthcoming with, challenges that we may be having.
Okay.
So for me, I just wanted to kind of bring this to the forefront and talk about like why some things happen, and then like some things that we can do to try to like identify that, hey, that's what's happening, and some tips to kind of pull us out of it.
Right. Well, that's, yeah, yeah. Because I do know people that is like, man, you look at them and be like, God, they can't catch a break.
Right.
Like it's like one bad thing happened and it just keeps spiraling and spiraling until it's bad. Until it's so bad.
Until it's all bad. So, I mean, and I'm going to give like two situations, like one that's kind of very extreme, and then one that's like maybe, your everyday average person could probably be going through, right? So I had this person that I knew. Let's call them person X, okay? And this person, they were young and they had a child early, right?
Okay.
So this kind of set them on a path that just simply took them through the ringer, through the fire, and unfortunately, they are still trying to work through that. You know what I'm saying? And so you wonder to yourself, how does a person go from, being the brightest student in the class, really having all of this potential and really being able to like do something with themselves, to then, having this terrible situation that they're in that they've just never been able to claw themselves out of. Okay, so that's one situation. Then you've got, the person who, and let's just say for the sake of the conversation, person A. And this person, they've got a great life. They got a lot of things happening for them and everything. And sometimes it just feels like they just never can catch a break. So whether that's I didn't get the promotion, to I, got into a job and I'm not quite as happy as I feel like I should be, or I, had dreams that I feel like maybe I had to give up or something like that. And so they're just spiraling and spiraling and spiraling. Like, I feel like people don't associate that with like mental health, because some of that is you're spiraling and you got things going on and you don't know how to address them inside. So then you do crazy things,
Yeah, that could be one part of it.
So what do you think are some other parts of it?
I think some people, they, I don't know. I just think that when you're in your everyday struggle, or your everyday trying to get out of this situation, like you're trying to stay afloat. And so you're just executing, and not really having a time or whatever. Like people with kids, sometimes they may not have time to sit back, regroup, and try this thing again. You know what I mean? Because you gotta feed your kids, you get them school,
right?
Go to
it's
work,
like the bills
so
don't stop just because something's
stop.
going on.
Right? Believe me, I know.
Don't we all? So in doing my research, one of the things that some therapists that I've seen online, some life coaches and things like that have talked about is that, number one, it's okay to get frustrated. I feel like people who continue to spiral, like it's like they're trying to pretend like it's not happening. So instead of feeling the frustration, feeling the emotions, and kind of going through it, it's like they're trying to push it off to the side. And they're not dealing with how they truly feel about something. So it's like, okay, you're going like this, but then you have your emotions and they're just like, and you just can't seem to like deal. You don't even have the time to deal with it. Because you just like keep going through it. So you're going through it, but not really dealing with the emotion that you're going through. So it's like it's okay to like feel the frustration. It's okay to be upset about what happened. It's okay to get sad about it. It's okay to cry about it. Like I feel like we try to suppress that and just keep going like it's not happening.
Right. Yeah. I definitely feel that.
I mean, I myself have been through situations where it's like I know it's happening to me and I know that I should like have some sort of emotion, but it's kind of like I can't let myself even get to that point because I got to keep moving.
Right. But I do feel like sometimes when you have a lot going on and you just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving,
Hmm.
and and you don't take a break
Yeah.
to figure it out,
Yeah.
that you just this roadblocks because you keep making bad choice, bad decision, wrong decision, bad. And so you just hitting roadblocks instead of being able to think it through. But, as humans, we gotta keep it moving, right?
Right.
So they say.
Right. So another thing that they said was, don't be afraid to like just say, you know what? I just got to stop. I just have to stop for one day. Stop all the hustle, stop all the confusion, and just try to think through things through. You know what I mean? Like that's what a vacation day is. That's what a mental health day is. I think people forget that, it's like you feel like you cannot take any time off. You feel like you cannot like disconnect from what's going on. Even if that disconnection is just social media. I'm disconnecting from social media because I feel like that's a whole nother beast that will have you spiraling downhill.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people need to remember that people mostly only put what they want you to see on there.
Right.
So they're only putting on there that they, got a promotion. They're only putting on there that they got a new car or a new house. So they got this or they made that or, they went to this fabulous party. They're never putting on there, oh, I got scolded by my boss today. Oh, I, broke up with my boyfriend today and it really sucks. Like they don't put that kind of stuff up there. They're only going to put the most beautiful side. They're never going to put the most vulnerable side.
Right. And then also too, another thing with the social media, and I know people that, I mean, that could be down in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like literally, me and my kids are about to be out on the streets. But you look at social media and
they popping bottles.
They're looking like $1 million. I won't say popping bottles, but it's like
living my best life.
Yeah, looking beautiful, like like everything's good, and I can't pull it off like that. I definitely disconnect, but yeah. So I think that could cause some mental health too. I'm not a doctor, but
right.
I do think that can certainly.
So another thing that the professionals say is that when you're taking this time to yourself, you need to figure out what your next steps are going to be. Even if you're just writing one word today, one word tomorrow, you just need to take like steps to try to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, I don't got to figure out the whole plan. Just let me figure out one thing. So, identifying kind of like what you think the problem is and like writing it out. They say that helps for you to be able to see it. Like, okay, I have no money or I'm about to lose my house. Like, and then from there, you can help to begin to strategize, like, what is it that I need to do? Because sometimes it's just so much that you don't even know where to start.
Right.
So it's like you're all over the place. And it's like, okay, I'm about to lose my house. I'm about to lose my car. My son is going to jail, whatever the case may be. I got all this stuff and I just don't know where to start. or I want to be successful. I want to have a kid. I want to be married. I want to do this. I want whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like so completely overwhelmed, you don't even know where to begin.
Right.
So I think identifying, writing it down, and taking it just one day at a time to kind of figure out the steps of how you're going to change what it is you're doing. So
I think that's definitely helpful.
yeah. And then another thing that like I feel like when I was listening to the experts, I feel like this is something that I needed to do for myself, is to remind yourself you're in control. Like, you're in control of you and your actions and what you do. So even though you might not be in control of what they're doing, you're definitely in control of what you're doing.
That's true.
So it's like, okay, I'm broke. So I remember I was watching something online and it was so odd to me what this lady said. So she said that she was broke and she didn't have enough money to pay her rent, right? But she said, but I don't want my kids to feel what I'm going through, so I'm going to take them to Starbucks and go get them some $6 coffee. She didn't say $6 coffee, but we all know, anybody who goes to Starbucks knows you're not going to get nothing for less than $5.75. Right? So I'm going because I don't want my kids to know that I'm struggling. I'm about to lose my house. So I just take them to Starbucks and get them what they want because I already don't have enough money to pay my rent. That's a choice you're making. You're in control of how much money you have. Maybe you had, maybe you were $200 short. So you feel like, a $6 coffee ain't going to change the situation. But what if somebody had, $194 to give you?
Right.
And then you spent that $6 on the coffee. So I just kind of feel like that people make choices. It's like, okay, I'm already in a messed up situation, so I might as well just keep going.
Yeah, I know people like that.
Right. It's kind of like, okay, well, that is stupid. Yeah, I agree. That is very stupid.
And Lulu said, set some goals. I agree with that.
Yeah. And then, so another thing that I found this a really interesting concept is like trying to, okay, so in your mind, you have how you're going to handle situations, right? So
Most of us do.
so these things, like I want to be a good person. I don't want to upset anybody. These are kind of like your moral compass, right? So a lot of people have these things, but some of these things are some of the reasons why you're spiraling. So if you say, hey, I don't want, one of my internal feelings is I don't want to disappoint people, right? But in not disappointing people, you're stressing yourself out.
Right.
Because you're like, okay, well, I don't want to disappoint them, so I'm going to do this anyway. Or I don't want to disappoint them, so I'm going to go steal because that's what they want me to do. Like, and I'm just being extreme right now, but I'm just saying, like, if that is one of those things, what you have to do is kind of take a look at your morals and the things that are your rules, they call them, that's how the rule is what you apply to your situations. So when that situation comes up, are you going to apply that rule, or do you need to change the way you're looking at that rule? Instead of saying, hey, I don't want to disappoint them, you can say to yourself, okay, I can't make everyone happy, but I'm going to try my best to do what I feel is right as long as I put me first.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't be afraid to kind of look at yourself and say, are some of the things that I'm holding like to a high esteem for a reason why I am or am not doing something, like, do I need to change the way that I'm looking at things so that I can be a happier, more well-balanced person so that I don't start spiraling, you know?
I'm with it. I trust the process.
And that's all you can do. So, just to recap, people who are spiraling, don't be afraid to get frustrated. Don't be afraid to feel the emotion and go through it. That doesn't mean you have to stay there. That just means you need to feel it, because you can never get over something until you feel it, till you feel whatever that emotion is, whether it's mad, sad, hurt, good, bad, whatever.
Don't try to hide it.
Yeah, don't try to hide it. So, it is what it is. You self-reflect, adjust, and, where needed is, what you do. So, like I said, don't get frustrated. Slow down a little bit, and try to think through what needs to happen. And of course, don't be afraid to look at yourself and say, you know what? I've been doing it all this time like this. Maybe I need to adopt some new habits.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to change. If this way not working, try another way.
Try another way. You got a 5-minute tip for us tonight?
I got a 1-minute tip for us tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm gonna bring us our 5-minute tip of the night. So, speaking of 5, okay. So, and this is free for you guys, okay. So a lot of times we make this long laundry list of things we need to do. Okay.
Right.
So I saw it online and I said, well, I'll start trying it and then maybe I can share it if it works.
Right.
So I start with a list of 5, okay?
Okay.
A list of 5. I make them the night before or early in the morning, after my meditation. I make a list of 5 things I have to get done throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't try to do a little bit of each one thing,
Mm-hmm.
because we know we never get nothing done, right? It takes so much pressure off you when you complete the whole task.
You can
But
check it off.
Check it off. But if you have just a list of 5, it's not so overwhelming.
Oh,
You get that done, and then maybe you can list 5 more, and then you get 2 more done, and you got 3 going towards that 5 for tomorrow. But you feel so good, like, oh my God, I got 7 things off my list done today.
Right.
I got my whole list done today. You know,
Right.
because I think when we make this big
Long
laundry list,
Yeah.
and then we trying to go on with our everyday life,
Right.
it can make us a little crazy.
I agree with that, because I'm a list maker, guys. Like, every day I get up and I make lists. So I am with you. Well, that's amazing. And that is our time.
All right. Well, this has been another fabulous Wednesday of Tea and Things.
Thank you so much for
So,
tuning in.
If you guys have any topics you'd like to discuss,
you can hit us up at TEAN Thangs THANGZ @gmail.com.
all right. Well, we'll see you next Wednesday, same time, same place.
Lord. Bye. Woo! Don't use a